Hi everyone, I'm Rita, the Chief Editor for Yahoo Life Southeast Asia. And today for the episode of We Chat With, we have comedian Kumar.
Hello everyone.
So Kumar, let's get started with the questions.
Yep.
The first one, we're just wondering, what's Kumar like when you are unmasked?
I'm very reserved, not very, very friendly. I keep to myself.
You have like grouchy days.
Every morning is a grouchy day.
Okay. And what's like your routine like during the pandemic?
Routine. I start talking a lot more to my dogs. I explain to them of some movies I watch. That's the only companion for now. And then stay at home as much as I can. I think if we follow strictly and listen to what the authorities are saying, I think we are on the right path. Because a lot of people have gone cuckoo, staying at home and started talking to your home appliances, like I throw away like 12 trash bags of clothes. Like the one that I say, I'll wear soon, which I never wore, throw. Very happy with cleaning up the house. I've changed one whole room, redecorated it. Very nice. It was very realization about yourself, your inside, your kind of person you are, because you tend to reflect upon and then get rid of all your demons. I also filtered a lot of friends out of my, delete, because some people not worth it.
Yeah, so you realize about, the importance of, I say, self-love, friendships, relationships.
Yes. And I also started going out with friends I've not seen a few years, so which was very, very good, because catching up was really, really good. This pandemic has, everybody's life had to restart. So it's a restart. I've been exercising a bit, but gave up because I'm lazy. Nobody to, push you.
Cucuk lah, right?
Yeah, like cucuk, right? Like you can't start the engine. So I am cycling now a bit, but not going far. A lot more things are picking up, so we are all going back to work, because the people really suffered are the comedians, the live performances, because we give people entertainment, we give people a day of joy, a night of fun and laughter, and that totally stopped for like 2 years, right?
Yes.
Going online is okay, but it's totally different ball game. Very hard, but we had to learn it the difficult way. We had to do digital, and it was very, very hard. I'm a bit used to it now, but I prefer live.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the difference you get is probably from the audience,
the energy. Yeah. So this whole digital thing is really not working for me. But I still have to do that, because you need to survive, right? To put food on the table.
Correct.
But besides that, it has actually been really good. I think COVID, although it's a bad thing, but on a good thing, it has made a lot of families go closer. Bondings have developed to a new level. And it has helped a lot of people, including myself. It has helped inside. I actually finally found peace within myself.
Right.
And of course, depression is a very, very, very common thing now. Mental health is so important. So I feel that if I'm going into the mode of feeling very sad, I will switch and watch something that's going to make me happy, or do something that makes you happy. Because a lot of people go in to look for the happiness, because happiness is not a place, it's a direction. So you have to go and find what makes you happy, do what makes you happy, as long as it's not illegal, or as long as you're not messing up with other people's life, you're perfectly fine. And of course, a lot of people watching what they eat now more, because staying at home, right? I mean, of course, everybody's going back to work already. It's more like everybody going back to work, because we are trying to go into the endemic mode, instead of pandemic, which is really, really good, because we are already up to today, we are 78% vaccinated in Singapore. Correct. So once we reach 80, it's almost everyone is vaccinated, because the kids cannot get vaccinated. Right?
Yeah, and I was just going to touch on that, because, you mentioned about depression, and I was wondering, was that your personal struggle, coping with the loneliness? You live alone with your dogs.
Yeah, I actually, I didn't feel lonely. Actually, now they tell me, actually I did. So I go and when we could go out, right? I go and meet friends, catch up with them. So trying to fill that space. I mean, selfish lah, but we have to talk to people, friends, and don't talk about frivolous things. No need to make sense, talk rubbish. have a good laugh, chit chat, talk about what you want to talk about with good friends. I mean,
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of things from it, so I'm trying to and must stay positive. Everything, whatever goes up must come down. So whenever the cases go up, it will have to come down because it's, and everybody be responsible. And everybody's responsible. I think we can open up already. I think Singapore will be the first country in the world that's going to go into the new normal endemic.
Yeah, I have to agree as well.
Because around our Asia, a lot.
Too many cases.
Too many
like
cases. Already.
Malaysia is 23,000. I haven't been home in 2 years.
Oh, yeah,
I haven't
Malaysia.
seen my family.
Oh, because Malaysia is like the Malaysians are not listening. I think.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not listening because now someone they open up like saloons and so I think they're
dining
not
in is allowed. So
yeah, so I think to two. Malaysia is to two.
two.
I think they're following Singapore. Hopefully the new Prime Minister changes the things lah.
We can hope.
Yeah, all that we can do is hope and be patient.
Yeah, for that. So during this time, I mean, we're still in the midst of this pandemic.
Yeah.
Who do you lean on for support, like moral support, besides your friends, families?
My sisters and I are very close. So also my sisters, but I do not, because they have their own work, they have their own children. So I try not to depend on anyone. I try to depend on my own sanity, my own brain, and I trying to fill in the gaps. Whenever I feel bored, I try and do something. I'll go for long walks. Just walk. Because when you walk, you think a lot. Because it's just you, yourself, and the environment. So I found a lot of new shops which I didn't even know existed around my house. And just you discover new things, which is really, really nice.
Yeah. So, you mentioned about cutting toxic people from your circle. I mean, how do you bring yourself doing that?
Oh, I started doing it when I was 40 already. But now I religiously do it because I feel that some people are just there for the ha-ha, hee-hee, or freeloaders, or, come over, tell all their problem, and then they leave. And then they leave all the baggage with you, and then you feel so, your energy is
so sucked up, right?
You're so sucked up.
Yeah.
So these are the people I slowly, like, you call the people once to go out, twice, 3 times, no response, just ignore. Because some people, especially the younger generation, some of them take forever to reply a message. Like, you message them today, they reply you 3 days later. They stop all I don't want. I say, no thanks, I don't need your friendship. So, and some of them respect that. Some of them will still trying to get back, but not interested anymore.
Your life is so short already.
Yeah,
why do we have to make it so difficult?
Yeah, exactly that. Because the amount of people that are dying, it's like just like that, So it's too short. Even now, it's too short. Anything can happen. So you better live for the day and hope for the best for tomorrow.
Correct. I'd like to bring back to what you mentioned about being comedians, and it's just so difficult for you guys to sustain in an industry that has just experienced closure. In Singapore, and how do you cope with that?
You have to deal. This is the reality. You have to deal with it. This is to make a better nation. We have to deal. But thank God we all have a bit of savings. So stretch the dollar. You don't have to spend money to go and get expensive food. You can't eat expensive food every day, right? So chicken rice $3.50 also can one. So you learn to live simply, enjoy the simple things in life, enjoy what you have, appreciate what you have.
Yes.
Because what you have, some people don't even have it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of homeless people in Singapore.
For sure.
So I have a roof over my head, thank God.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy with that, and just enjoy the simple things, and I started living like I'm already in an old folks home, eating biscuit at night, with glass
Milo.
of Milo, dip,
Yeah, exactly. See, simple pleasures in life.
Simple pleasure, But for my dogs, I don't shortchange them. They still get the right food and everything because they're like your children. So you have to make sure they are well taken care of.
I have 2 cats. I brought one from Malaysia. And, like you said, they're like your family members. You love them to death. And
but cats are, I think, easier because they don't need so much of attention. They are very independent. Dogs are not.
You have to walk them 3 times a day,
and
right?
they need you. They need you because you are like their karma. They need you. They're so dependent.
And they can sense when you're down.
Yeah,
right?
they can
come
sense.
to you
and
just give you affection. It's amazing.
My older one, she's a bit more independent. She doesn't like the cuddle, the hugs and all that. But the younger one, the boy, oh God, such an attention getter.
Sticky to you.
Yeah, sticking, and then you must rub him all the time. and then I hug him, hold him, feel secure.
Yeah.
And you also feel secure. You feel
For
also,
sure.
anyway, you also feel protected because anybody is at the door, they already start barking. Although irritating, but yeah.
And back to the
Yeah.
question of like arts and
Yes.
entertainment industry. Do you still think it is important for us?
It
In
definitely is
Singapore?
because I think that's a way of expression for a lot of people. For us, comedy stand-up is my kind of expression, and for people, entertainment is so important. Because during pandemic, what helped us? Netflix, Prime, TV is the only kind of entertainment we had. Because there were months where we couldn't even have anybody in your house.
Exactly.
Right? Can't have any guests, only a household, and so you tend to appreciate TV a lot more. Although it's like boring, but how much TV can you watch, right?
I know. After a while, you're just, your mind just blanked out, right?
blanked out.
So how much can you watch?
Yeah,
Like you become a
but I
couch potato.
I actually make an effort to watch movie after movie, movie after movie. Like one night, I can watch 3-4 movies.
Really?
I hate comedy. I hate.
Really?
Yeah.
And you do comedy and you hate comedy.
Yeah. Somebody is very slapstick,
Yeah.
especially the American humor. Oh, I cannot take it. So I watch a lot of this. Especially when you're watching horror movie. A lot of people cannot watch horror movie because they start imagining things like it's. But I love horror movie. I love because
Yes.
especially Korean twisted movies.
Oh my God.
You have to watch Korean movies.
I cannot watch
they've
Korean
got-
movies.
In one movie, there are like 4 twists, and then at the end, with Korean movies, you cannot go toilet also.
I don't know about you, but each time I watch a horror movie, I get all these weird pandemic dreams. Like I'm falling, I'm being chased by something.
Yeah. Understand.
Yeah.
It gets to you, lah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, once I'm off that movie, I don't think about it already.
Pretty interesting. So, with all this, the shows and yourself as a comedian, how do you draw the fine balance between being funny and being politically correct?
You have to censor yourself. You should know, because if you want to stay in this business for a long time, you should know what you can and what you cannot say. But you can push the boundaries a bit. But still have a fine line, because you don't want to open a new can of worms or wake the sleeping dogs up. You have to be careful, yet you can still make fun of policies, you can make fun of what people are thinking. There are a lot of things now, especially during the pandemic, there are a lot of things to talk about. But you need to censor yourself. You don't want to get into trouble, because if they ban you, you're finished.
Yeah.
Your career go down. So I built this for 30 years, and I'm not going to lose it. Not ready to lose it yet. And you must be a bit daring, but know your limitations. That's why I don't speak vulgarity on stage, because I don't believe you can get anywhere by just saying.
Yeah, you can't get away. I mean,
it's not funny.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the storyline for that?
By saying the F word, it's
Yeah.
like, for me, it doesn't work, because for me that's already tasteless. But because now, even if you see movies, right, the F word is part of a vocabulary. Everyone is using the F word, which I don't want to go there, So mine is left to your imagination, whatever I say is left to how you think. But because of the years of experience, I think people accept the way I am, the way whatever I say, because they know that I'm trying to get a message across in a funny way. Yeah. So it's a years of building this whole reputation. Yeah.
And do you find inspiration during the pandemic, the materials for your this show?
This show, yes, definitely. There are a lot of material. Like, look, you can see the uncles, below your block, all wearing running attire, but they're not running. They're just chatting. And then when they see a SDA, they start walking faster. So they're doing brisk walking. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's very cute. It's such a eye candy to watch all these old people trying to flout the measures, whichever way they can without flouting the measures,
Yeah.
So it is so cute. It's like, I can't believe like two people you can meet, right? And they all parked in car parks, all the cars, and then they
Yeah.
come out and they start talking.
Correct.
So if they see any SDA, they chow.
Yes.
They got it all worked out and planned, very smart. And that's how I think a lot of them dealt with, But a lot of people just went a bit more crazier, because I think they locked themselves up. There's a lot of seniors don't want to get vaccinated because they feel that we don't go out. Why do we need to get vaccinated? But they need to get vaccinated because it's
Exactly.
their responsibility.
Correct.
Because there are other people living in the house, and they need to be safe. And need to make sure that the whole nation comes together and get this done. Yeah, I sound like a politician, right?
Yes, Kumar for Singapore. No, if that gets our vaccination rate up, why not?
Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, my last question for you is, like you mentioned, 30 years of experience. Is there any one memory that you look back and think, maybe I should have done things differently?
Not really. I think if I didn't, no, I don't think I would have done. I would have changed anything, and it was on the right pace, right time, and it is the right place now as well. Yeah, so I wouldn't change anything. Yeah, no. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're at peace
Yes,
with yourself.
I'm
You're at
very at
peace
peace myself.
with your
Yes.
career, where you're
Everything,
heading
where I'm
towards
heading to, where I am, everything is opening up. So
Yeah.
everyone is going to get more jobs. So it's fine. Yeah. Because greed is our biggest enemy. So if you can stay with that, a couple of doing a lot of online shows here and there. So I've been getting a bit of money flow. And with this big Unmasked show, it's great because it's a great opportunity to talk about the pandemic, talk about what we've been doing, what everyone has been doing in a funny way, why people are trying to flout the measures, and let people start thinking what you're doing right wrong, because there are a lot of stories out there. Every day I read the newspaper, there is some funny story. Whether it's here or overseas, it's just
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any last words for our Yahoo readers?
Yes, Yahoo readers, come and watch me, Marina Bay Sands, starting from September 10. You're definitely going to have a blast.
And that's Kumar on We Chat With.